What's up, wrestling fans, trading card collectors? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Cards. Are you ready to get back into this list of the most iconic wrestling cards of all time? As voted by you, the community, the collectors? Well, as of today, we've officially made it to the top 10. But I won't make you wait any longer. Let's jump in to the first entry of the top 10 of the 25 most iconic wrestling cards of all time. Card number 10, 2002 Fleer WWF Royal Rumble Brock Lesnar. I think I've said this before about the cards in this set, but it's very rare that the wrestling card community can actually come together and agree on something, especially if it has to do with rookie cards. But I think we have it with this card. Even though there are also some other Brock Lesnar cards in this set from the same year that maybe you could consider rookie cards, I think this card is what most people settle on. It's a cool shot of a young Brock Lesnar, but still just as intimidating. And a thing that's interesting about this card is the huge run-up it had during the pandemic boom. We saw a lot of the big four rookies in this set, that being Brock, John Cena, Batista, and Randy Orton. We saw the popularity and the sales of those go up really high, and since they've kind of come crashing down. But despite that, despite what it's selling for, despite what it's grading at, despite people talking about it or not talking about it, the fact that it was voted into the top 10 of the most iconic wrestling cards of all time says something about the card's longevity, I think. Card number 9, 2002 Fleer WWF Royal Rumble John Cena. Wow, are you kidding me? Back-to-back Fleer 2002 cards in the same video in the top 10? What an interesting turn of events this is. Pretty much everything I said about the Brock Lesnar card just a few seconds ago, you could say about this John Cena card as well. Although, Cena does top Brock by just one spot. So clearly the popularity of John Cena is a little bit higher than Brock Lesnar. I get it. And I think you could really make the argument for that when you start comparing both of these names side by side across other products and you see their sales. Overall, I think just Cena outsells Brock by just a little bit. In fact, maybe a lot. But either way, maybe the tiebreaker for this decision is if either of these guys have another card that appears on this list. We'll see. Stick around. Card number 8, 1986 OPC Macho Man, card number 63. Classic card, great shot that many people consider the Macho Man / Liz rookie card. Kind of getting a 2-for-1 here, which is awesome. It's pack pulled, it's from an official release, hence why most people consider this the rookie card. Great shot of these two, and who doesn't love that awesome throwback design? It's great. So it's very interesting that Macho Man has appeared multiple times on this iconic wrestling card list. And yet, this one ranks the highest of them all so far. There could be more. It's a rare instance where a base card is actually outselling any parallels, any autographs, anything like that. And I say it's interesting because we don't see a lot of base cards talked about anymore. A lot of people say they're junk, or you got to get the one-of-ones, or the manufactured scarcity stuff, not the stuff that everybody can get. But hey, if this card ranks number 8 on our list, I think that speaks for itself potentially. I don't know. But a great card and a great talking point nonetheless. Card number 7, 1985 Topps WWF Hulk Hogan number 1. This may be one of the go-to wrestling cards in all of the wrestling card hobby. A very iconic and noticeable image of the Hulkster. A really early version of Hulk that I think represents that boom, that golden age of wrestling that we saw explode in the 80s. Many consider this to be the true Hulk Hogan rookie card, as it is pack pullable official release. Not to mention it's also part of the first official WWF wrestling card release. In my opinion, this is one of those cards that ranks up there with those other iconic rookie cards that people talk about. 89 Upper Deck King Griffey Jr. 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan. 1979 Topps or OPC Wayne Gretzky. And there's some others you could throw out, but the fact is what I'm saying about this card and it being iconic is that if you're at a card show and you don't know wrestling, and maybe you're just a tennis collector, I don't know. You see this card, you're like, oh yeah, that's classic Hulk Hogan. Like, most people are going to see this and immediately know what it means, what it represents. In my opinion, this is one of those cards that regardless of the grade, or if you even graded it at all, or if you put it in a binder, or a top loader, it doesn't matter. If you're a Hulk Hogan fan, if you're a wrestling historian or wrestling fan, this card belongs, I think, in anybody's collection, no matter what form you can get it in. Again, unless you just hate the Hulkster, brother. I know there's a lot of you out there.
The man, Hogan. You're a punk.
Card number 6, 1998 Comic Images The Rock autograph card. There's not a lot that needs to be said about this card, but just in case you've been living under a rock, or if, hey, you're new to wrestling cards, welcome. Let me fill you in a little bit on this one. The set that this card is included in includes the first official pack pullable Rock cards, so many people look at this as one of the rookie cards. Again, it's official product, official license, and pack pullable, kind of. And I say kind of because to my knowledge, this card was one of the few that were redemption only. And there's a lot of lore around the redemptions. In fact, I've seen some people still breaking boxes of these, and they'll pull a Rock autograph redemption, and like, you're not going to get that, so it's unfortunate. But it's kind of like the WCW, where who signed what? Who returned what? It's unknown how many of these actual Rock autograph cards exist. They aren't serial numbered. No numbers were officially released from Comic Images. So again, if you're ripping boxes of this 98 Comic Images stuff, please be careful. These are redemption only. And since this card was put out into the wild, The Rock hasn't signed hardly anything from official pack pullable products. Therefore, this card is in even more demand, not only from wrestling fans, but pop culture fans, or just people that understand the iconic nature of The Rock and they just want to add an autograph of his to their collection. Will this card continue to gain popularity and the price rise even if another Rock autograph card is ever put out? I'm not sure, but either way, it's an iconic, awesome card that a lot of people strive for. A lot of people say it's their grails, and it just missed the top 5. Can you believe that? If a card this great just missed the top 5, what's in the top 5? What do you think could be in the top 5? What do you think about this Rock card or any other card that I've talked about in today's video or thus far in the top 25 most iconic wrestling cards of all time? Let me know in the comments below. Post your opinions, the cards you have. Are you building out this 25 card set for a PC project? Let's get a fun discussion going around this list, and if you guys are enjoying the list, or your thoughts and opinions. While you're leaving a comment below, make sure to check out all the links in the show notes of all of the ways that you can help show your support for my content, links to the podcast, links to the eBay store, links to Patreon, social media accounts, and much more. And until the next video, where we finally reveal the top 5 most iconic wrestling cards of all time as voted on by you, click the videos on the screen wherever they are for more great wrestling card content in the archives of this channel. See ya.